Leadership Ascension is brought to us through the Chamber of Commerce, and each year, classes come together to do projects that benefit our community. And in this series, we are talking to some of our Leadership Ascension groups, and we are starting with the Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance. Joining me today is Britnney, Barbara, and Chelsea. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So we love seeing all the things that Leadership Ascension does in the community and learning about what each group is offering in their class. So it's 2025 and the Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance is here.
Yes.
That's right.
Yay. Awesome. So Britnney, tell me a little bit about your group members and what you guys are doing this year.
Okay, so you have myself, Miss Barbara, and Chelsea. We also have Donovan Jackson, Falcon Meir, Ashton Andrews, Caitlin Seven, and Haley Leindecker. And so this year, what we're doing, we are really trying to encompass the heritage and the culture that we love and the pride we have in Ascension Parish. And we're making sure that we bring that to Donaldsonville. Donaldsonville has a very rich legacy and a very rich culture. And we just want to make sure that when people are coming in, both new and old, that's what they see. We want to exemplify that when they drive through.
Awesome. So you guys picked a city that is booming. A lot of big announcements has come to Donaldsonville this year, and it's only going to grow from there. So I really think it's a very timely project. Tell me about your group and how you guys decided to come up with your project this year.
So I think you hit upon it. And so as we looked at what was going on in Donaldsonville and having met with the mayor several times, and Chelsea has a great relationship with him, we really celebrate the pride that he talked about in terms of Donaldsonville and what an opportunity for the city to be seen as very progressive in this day and time, and being inclusive in terms of the whole entire city of Gonzales and Ascension. And so we wanted to be a part of that winning team. And so we came together, we looked at several areas, several topics, and several other entities, but this was the one that stuck out to us, and it was a consensus in terms of agreement. Would you agree, Chelsea?
I would. I think just to piggyback off of what Ms. Barbara said, you know, whenever it was timely, like you said. I mean, when we started sitting down as a group and having conversations on how can we get involved, what does Ascension Parish need, it was around the same time that all the, Donaldsonville economic growth announcements were going on. And of course we have Falcon, who is in our group, and he lives in Donaldsonville, and he mentioned the welcome signs. And one of the mayor's, one of his sayings these days is Donaldsonville is open for business, and so the first thing that people see, the first impression, is a welcome sign. So whenever we matched the mayor's vision of Donaldsonville being open for business with what, Falcon was able to see every day going, leaving work and going home and things like that, is the welcome signs, and it was just a way to get involved and really make a difference on those first impressions of letting everyone know that Donaldsonville is open for business.
Yeah, that's excellent. So when it comes to action and taking on something like this, it sounds major. How do you guys get boots on the ground and saying, okay, we're about to redo the welcome signs, we're about to take this project on? What does that entail? What does that look like in your workspace?
It's lots of planning, lots and lots of planning. We have had numerous meetings, numerous times of just getting together, brainstorming, making sure that our vision aligns with what we say we want to do, and making sure that we have people in place to do it. We're using our connections, our unique talents to make sure that we're getting out there. We're reaching out to people. We're doing things like this, just making sure that the public is aware of what we want to do, and just letting them know that our mission, and once you learn our mission and why we're doing it, it's not hard to back.
Awesome. And doing something like this takes funding. It takes planning, but it also takes funding. Someone enlighten me on where y'all are with that and what we need from the community to also help pull this together. Because everyone's excited about Donaldsonville, so I think the community as a whole should tap in.
For sure.
I agree. I could take this one if you want. So right now we're at about $11,000 of our $30,000 original goal. After talking with the mayor, it was interesting because we learned that he actually had this on his agenda of to-dos for the city, and he actually wanted to kind of put a digital sign up to kind of get announcements out to the community, as they're coming in and leaving the city. And so with that, our budget we needed a little more money. So right now we're about 11,000 of the 30. And honestly, I think, just backing the mayor and just being, if we could bring the community together to do this, I think it would be the better. Just knowing that the mayor had this initiative already, they're going to use it for good. They're going to get messages out. The community's going to feel like they're involved in all of these big economic development, opportunities, with work and job openings and whatever the mayor needs to do to get his community together and pull them together and get involved. I think this is, it's kind of evolved, but we need funding to do that. And so we've actually set up sponsorship levels, and we've offered things. We're going to put up, company logos and signs at the sites of the signs, and, just kind of finding a way to also let the mayor know who's supporting us. We've been keeping him in the loop on everything. And so I think if you want to get involved in the economic development of Donaldsonville that's going on right now, getting involved in this project would be a good idea.
Awesome.
In addition to that, we have made sure we participate in a lot of events, so we can get the word out and we can communicate. I know Chelsea have gone through some things because she's also integrally involved in the city. But we also looked at, there's a lot of companies who have just embraced us and what we're doing. And so we're challenging the other companies out there to become a part of it. And so that because some of the team members work for those companies and they have contributed to that $11,000 in which we raised. But the goal is 35,000. And so we know that we have organizations out there who care about Donaldsonville and the future of Donaldsonville, because it also reflects on the entire community and where they want to go. Each one of us have come with unique talents, as what Britnney has talked about. So we looked at sourcing. We looked at what vendors out there would work with us. We also looked at the community in terms of who has the ability to volunteer to work with us. There's some beautification companies who's going to do some things. And so just to be able to partner with companies that want to be a part of the winning team, which is who we are, we celebrate that, and we want you to join us, and we look forward to the future as we grow. Because our mission is legacy, but we're building for the future. Because we look at sustainability. It's not just about us, it's how far it can go into the future.
And if you don't mind, I just want to add one thing about our project that we decided to do that I think none of the other groups did is, they put us in a room with a bunch of these nonprofits, right, that already had missions. And we really wanted to find something like a gap. We wanted to find where there was a hole in, a missing piece of these nonprofits and things that do things for the community. And so that was really, it's made our journey a little harder. We've had to really come together and put a lot of time and effort and really pull all of our resources together for this, because we're not actually partnered with a nonprofit who knows how to do this and has other connections and can kind of guide us with their mission. We've really kind of separated ourselves and really found a hole that was missing in what the community needed. And honestly, I think it's kind of if we just really need the support of the community because of what we did, and how we're doing it.
I would like to add one other thing that really made us hone in on this particular project. When we spoke with Mayor Sullivan, he mentioned that he was using a construction message board to get his message out to the residents. And for a lot of us on the team, we just felt like that was not, that did not exude anything that Ascension stands for. Ascension is one of the #1 parishes, if not the #1 parish in Louisiana. So having the city of Donaldsonville, who was the capital at one point in time, so much legacy, so much heritage there, they're having to message the residents with the message board that's being rented. It was just unacceptable. So we all felt like
that was more of a visionary board that can see the visibility of it.
That was something that we very felt strongly about. Once the mayor mentioned that, we had to get behind it.
Well, the purpose and the planning is there. Everything that I've heard today, I don't see why stakeholders, community leaders, residents in general wouldn't stand behind something like this. And that's the point of Leadership Ascension, to get like-minded people who are in this community already doing the work together to do bigger things. And I think that this is something that's going to be major. And what's better welcoming than a welcome sign and getting messages out. So we definitely want to push this and push the Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance to our community members to help get that 11,000 to the upward 30s like you guys are looking for.
Yes.
If people want to get involved and want to donate, how can they reach you guys to do that?
So we do have a Facebook page. You can look us up, Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance. We have all of our fundraising, all of our sponsorship packages, and there's even a QR code if you want to scan it to be able to donate directly to team number 3, Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance.
Like Ms. Barbara said, the winning team.
The winning
Yes.
team. And there's no limit in terms of what you can give. And so if you want to give more, we'll take more.
We will.
And so we are excited that you want to be a part of the winning team, because we're not going to stop. We're going to win for Donaldsonville.
And I want to mention too, even if it's not, money that can be donated, we're always looking for volunteers, because we're going to be out there actually today with our group, just starting to work and tear down the current sign and start rebuilding it. As well as, we've partnered with people like Louisiana Nursery, and they're going to be donating some, flowers and things like that. So even if it's not a monetary donation, we're looking for people to get involved in any way that they can or want to.
Awesome. Well, Britnney, Miss Barbara, Chelsea, thank you for joining us. Also, to the rest of your group, we would like to send a heartfelt extension of gratitude from Ascension 21, and we hope that this message reaches our residents and helps with your goal.
Yes,
Thank you very much
Really
for the
appreciate
opportunity.
it. Thank you.
All right. Well, if you see the Donaldsonville Hospitality Alliance in the community, don't forget to say hi. And one more time, that link to their Facebook page and how you can donate and help will be on your screen. We'll see you next time.